And we are back, y'all. Thank you for watching today. Go ahead and hit that like button, y'all. Today we are about to give you the lay of the land as it relates to, you know who we talking about, your girl, Fani, or Fani if you're fancy, Fani Willis. Now, y'all, today the Biden presidency ended and the Trump presidency, the second Trump presidency, began. And you know what it began with? It began with Trump seeing Biden pardon a bunch of people who came after Trump. You are looking at an image here on your screen of several people who Biden pardoned today. Now, I don't know who all these people are, but I know that this is Dick Cheney's daughter. This is Cheney. He even pardoned Fauci. But you know who he did not pardon, y'all? Fani Willis. So Fani is in an unenviable predicament where she went after Trump. She went after President Trump. And people will say she did it at the behest of Biden, right? We're going to get into that right now. People will say she did it at the behest of Biden, but she did not get the presidential pardon protection. Now, what is the evidence that she went after Trump with the, let's say, support of Biden? Well, let's take a look at Judicial Watch. Let's see what they have to say about that.
This order lays out corruption by Fani Willis, secrets and lies to hide records about her collusion with the Pelosi January 6th committee, records which she continues to hide to this day. So she has to give us this money within 2 weeks. And obviously, we don't gladly take the tax.
This is talking about a judge ruling that Fani Willis did not properly respond to his open records request and having to pay almost $22,000 to Judicial Watch.
Money at issue here. I think there should be an investigation of what went on in this records case as part of the investigation of her illicit, in my view, targeting of Trump that I've been talking about in terms of that should be subject to federal and state criminal investigation potentially for the violations of civil rights under color of law.
So there you have it. Right? You have Judicial Watch on Fani's neck. You have the fact that we can imagine that Trump is going to not stop someone who might want to investigate Fani further, right? We don't know what Trump's going to do, but it's not outside of the realm of possibility that Fani may have a federal investigation coming up. She didn't get a pardon, doing what some people would say is Biden's bidding, didn't get a pardon. And now, if you take a look at this Atlanta Journal-Constitution article, which I did not read because they make you pay for it. Y'all need to drop a super chat if y'all want me to start paying for this stuff, people. But it says, let's just read the title. Slim majority of Georgia voters want Fulton Trump case to end. So we'll just take it for what it says, all right? They did a survey of 1,000 registered voters. And so if it's a slim majority, that means over 50% of the Georgia voters that they surveyed said, look, man, we just want this over. It's a distraction. It's not helping. Right? So Fani's kind of out there, y'all. She's kind of out there on a limb, if you will, because she started this whole thing with the protection. I would say protection. I don't know if I want to say backing, but Judicial Watch seems to think that she had the backing or the collusion with the Biden administration, and now they're gone. As far as we can tell, they don't have any power anymore, right? And I only say as far as we can tell because some people would say that, there might be some governmental forces that still are left over. And then on top of all of that, y'all, we have Trump's attorney, Steve Siddall, making this comment. He says, my comment as lead counsel for President Trump in the Fulton County GA case. President Trump has filed a compelling response in opposition to DA Fani Willis's request that the Georgia Supreme Court review the GA Court of Appeals' ruling disqualifying Fani. The response persuasively argues that discretionary review is legally unwarranted under the particular circumstances of this case. So what does that mean? Well, remember, the Georgia Appeals Court has taken Fani off the Trump case and her entire office. Fani is appealing to the Supreme Court, but they have not yet agreed to even hear the case. So Trump's lawyer is like, look, y'all don't need to hear this case. You don't even need to hear this case. And Trump's lawyer, I think, is kind of patting himself on the back saying, look, he himself included, the lawyer, we persuasively argued that y'all don't even need to take this case up. This is open and shut. Now I'm gonna give some shine to one of the people here. This is Professor, you can read that name for yourself, who pointed out a key section of this filing. I'm gonna read it. These findings were so impactful that the trial court noted, without citation, that this, quote, perceived conflict in the reasonable eyes of the public threatens confidence in the legal system itself. And these findings were not cross-appealed. So what are the findings, or what is the activity that threatens the public trust in the system? It's hiring your boyfriend and paying him out of the public coffers to go after somebody who many people think maybe didn't do anything wrong. But even if you think he did something wrong, when your boyfriend uses the money you just paid him out of the public coffers to take you on dates and maybe trips and maybe give you gifts and maybe give you a loan and maybe this and maybe that, it just undermines the public trust. The dissent wrote, for at least 43 years, our appellate courts have held that an appearance of impropriety without an actual conflict of interest or actual impropriety provides no basis for the reversal of a trial court's motion to disqualify. But unlike those prior cases, this rare case did involve findings of actual impropriety, making it both an outlier and extraordinary, even under the dissent's review. For that reason, and as explained by the opinion, the majority's disqualification remedy was the only legally adequate remedy. See, Fani's saying, yeah, maybe it looked bad that I had my boyfriend and I was paying him out of the public coffers. Maybe it looked bad, but it wasn't actually bad. And without a finding of fact that I actually did something wrong, y'all shouldn't be taking me off the case. That's what Fani's saying. Here is saying, no, it really looks like there was some findings that something wrong actually happened. Anyway, y'all, I want to hear your comments. I want to hear what you have to say. Fani is out from under the Biden protection, y'all. She's subject to investigation. She's subject to possible, who knows? She's going to have to testify before the Georgia Senate. She may be subject to some kind of impeachment proceedings. And that's not even talking about any kind of federal investigation that may be coming from Fani, y'all. So would not want to be Fani this morning, y'all. Anyway, do appreciate y'all listening. Please comment. Let me know what y'all think. Like, share this video out with all of your family and friends. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. Appreciate y'all so much, and we'll see you back in the next one.